Hey.
Hi, everybody. We are blabbing about Ivanka Trump, Chrissy Teigen, postpartum depression, and of course, Common Sense Media on the show tonight. This is Mom Blab. They talk, we blab, brought to you by Mom Angeles.
This is your host, Kristen Cruz. I'm at Kristen Cruz on Twitter and everywhere else on the social media universe. And Laura Nickerson is here. She's at Knickerburger on Twitter. We together host this show every Monday night for hashtag Mommy Monday. We think it's a great time to get together and we love being social. So please reach out, include hashtag Mom Blab if you want to talk about this show. Yes, we still host the video show Best of LA. You can follow that on hashtag Best of LA. We focus on the best things in Los Angeles. And within this show, we will do a spotlight on something really cool we'll tell you about in just a few minutes.
Absolutely. But first, we need to talk about Miss Trump and not the other one, not Miss Trump number 3, but Miss Trump, the younger.
Wait, did you guys see? So yes, Ivanka had her Bambino.
She did her third child with Jared Kushner.
What is it with these women having 3 and 4 kids? Who do they think they are?
You know, they have a lot of money.
Seriously.
It's helpful when raising children.
You know,
to have tons of cash.
It's kind of true. I mean, it is a little easier when you have a little financial support. It is. I'm not going to lie.
And when you don't get really sick and barf all over the place when you're pregnant, and when you don't suffer from postpartum depression, which we'll talk about a little bit later in the show as well, because,
But
interesting timing though.
Things. Yeah, everything is interesting timing. Why? Because of the race? Because of the
I just wonder if she planned it, if she somehow planned a birth just to give Donald Trump a couple points for being a human. I don't know. I'm just saying it. Look,
okay,
money
so
can buy anything.
Have you seen? Oh shoot, I should have posted it. This viral video of the dad coming into the room with the crying kid, and he's got a book, a parenting book, and he opens it, and it says on the cover, "Donald Trump's book for parenting." And he comes in and he says, shh, it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. We'll build a wall between you and the boogeyman, and then we'll make the boogeyman pay for it. I think it's on Vine. I'll find it and post the link. It's very, very funny.
That's hilarious.
Ivanka, who I think is lovely, and for what I know about her, I really like. I love her on The Apprentice. I love that darn show. I can't help it. But I'll tell you something about her that you may not know. About Ivanka that will probably shock you. So
I'm ready.
She has like gazillions of dollars, right? She and her husband had a baby boy. He's named Theodore. Teddy, very presidential name, Knickerburger. You might be onto something there. But what I love about, and congratulations to you, Ivanka. What I love about her is that a good friend of mine, Jennifer Beal, owns a company called TotSquad. And if you don't know about them, what they do is they come to you. They're like Uber for car cleaning. If you have a baby, they come to you and they clean your kid's car seat. And trust me, they get gross, right? It's not just Cheerios. That's adorable. No. It's not just Cheerios in the trash.
It's the Cheerios mixed with barf that gets really nasty.
Barf, pee. I'm sorry, but they do fall asleep before they're potty trained. Pee. Anything sticky, anything that smells like rotten milk gets in there. It's all gross. And you know what? Jennifer decided to help people by creating TotSquad. You may have heard of Clean Bee Baby. That's what it was before. Now it's TotSquad, where she sends someone to you to clean your stuff. Or you can go to her where she has her little, shop, drop off your seats before you go to work, swing back after work and pick them up. And they're all certified technicians, so they put the car seats back in safely.
Can you leave the kids with the seats? Because I think that would be really handy.
So here's what I found out about Ivanka. She could buy a new seat every time her kid throws up in it or spills a little soda or whatever the baby.
Buy a new car every time they do that.
Right? She could just be like, junk it, Pete. I'm going to get a new one. Come on.
A Tesla.
Crush it. Yeah. Another Tesla. She got them lined up in the back, right? One. But no, she actually searched out the service of TotSquad in New York and used this service to clean her kid's car seat. So she, her $60 car seat, which hers probably like double that. She actually paid the $30, $40.
It's the gold plating that's expensive.
And put back in, which I have to say, I commend you, Ivanka, for not being a waste, a litter bug or a wasty pants or whatever, and just tossing out dirty car seats. She actually had her car seat cleaned and continued to use it, which I think was very, very like normal.
Right. Well, really what normal is, though, is going back in there with a handful of wet wipes and just doing your best and then just keeping the windows open. That's normal.
My husband takes it out and hoses it off in the backyard.
Nice.
Hoses it off.
He's a fireman. Does he use the big hose?
He does. He uses the nozzle.
That's what he said.
Big nozzle.
Hey now. All right. Chrissy Teigen is a model who's pregnant, which makes me already dislike her because she's probably adorable and skinny and only showing in the front.
She is.
And glowy. She doesn't have the big rings around her eyes because she threw up so much like I did. No. But she had her baby shower. So yay for you. And guess who's there?
Yep. And who threw it? Who threw the party?
Kardashian peoples.
Yeah. Kim threw it for her. So yeah, Kim Kardashian West threw it for her, and all the Kardashians were there, of course.
Were they friends beforehand? Or was it just like, I know what will get me some PR?
Yeah, I don't think it matters.
Shower for you.
But I wouldn't be surprised if, Chrissy Teigen is married to John Legend, if you don't know that. And John Legend is actually a phenomenal R&B singer and very talented musician. So he may know Kanye like that, you know what I mean? Or they may know each other through the music industry. So it could be something like that. Yeah. It looked like a fun baby shower, though. They had a photo booth thing. It was kind of like the headshot truck there, and they took lots of pictures, and everything was white linens, white roses along the longest table you've ever seen.
That's what you do before you actually have the child, because after you have the child, you never have anything white ever again. Or it certainly doesn't stay that way.
Not even your eyes are white. Those are red and bloodshot. There's no white.
Teeth are debatable.
Maybe the wine is white. That's about it.
Well,
that's the only thing. So anyways, congratulations. Teigen is 30. She's pregnant. It's her first child. And she has not had the baby yet. But we will, of course, report on it when she does, because we blab about celebrities and mom stuff for you every Monday night right here.
We do. Okay. We do. Hashtag mom blag by the blag. Mom blag. What is that?
That's a new one.
Hashtag mom blab. Yep. Check us out there. You can check us out on Mom Angelus. We got all sorts of stuff going on. But what we're talking about, pregnant young ladies and new mothers, I have a question for you. Did you, when you had your kids, ever suffer from postpartum depression?
Okay. So this is a really important subject, and we're talking about it on the show because we hope to continue the conversation on LA Mommies, which is a private group on Facebook. And if you are an LA mom, you can go ahead and sign up in there and talk about all of this stuff. It's run by a wonderful Dr. Michelle Yarshapur, and she was actually on the show before talking about allergies. She started this group so that we could talk about things like this. And when I posted about postpartum depression, we found that there were just tons of comments and specialists that wanted to weigh in. One of them was Dr. Elisa Berlin, and you may have heard about her husband, who is the famous chiropractor, Dr. Berlin on Wilshire. I saw him when I was pregnant. He also adjusts babies, newborns, pregnant women, the whole nine. It will blow your mind what they do there. It's beyond what you ever thought would happen.
But what does a baby have to be tense about? Is the baby like, oh God, my shoulders are up to here. Like I couldn't quite get that pinky figured out. And I've only pooped once this week.
We should have Dr. Berlin on. I think he'd like to tell you all about it. Because it is kind of an interesting science. But I think he does actually believe that the birth is traumatizing. Not to the baby.
Word up, Dr. Berlin.
Not just the husband and the wife, but to the baby. And, it can be crazy like our daughter was stuck in there for 2 days of labor, had an emergency C-section, came out super traumatized. Everybody has a story, the way you get pushed out may jack you up with your spine and your shoulders and your neck. So he will take on a newborn baby and actually adjust.
Wow.
Right. They have a Berlin Wellness Center, the two of them. They're pretty amazing. So Dr. Berlin was going to join us and talk about postpartum depression. But one of her patients went into labor. And there ain't nothing we can do about that. Because Mother Nature was like, sorry
about your guest friends.
Yeah, so
not happening.
But what Knickerberger and I want to tell you about is the reason why this came up is because there's a new app.
And
yeah,
it's called PPD Act. It's on iTunes. You can find it on iOS.
Yeah. It's very interesting. And what we thought at first was, oh my God, that's genius. There's an app to tell you if you suffer from postpartum depression. Like you circle the little emoticon of how you're feeling that day or whatever it might be.
Sad. I'm so sad.
Whatever it might be. We thought that's what it was. Well, it's actually way more than that. It's from these super smart people over in Chapel Hill, North Carolina, who've decided to do some kind of upgraded research to find out more about postpartum depression, which I love.
Yes.
That young people are excited about studying this. It's important. We need you. And what this app does is actually helps those researchers find out more. And Nickerson, you played around with it a little bit, right?
I did play around with it a little bit. It's an interesting app because you kind of, like we said, you kind of want it to diagnose you, but it can't. But the important thing that it can do is share your information with people who are listening. And I think that's the key thing for people who are suffering from postpartum depression. It's usually moms who are home most of the time by themselves, be it just for a maternity leave or extended period of time. And they're not being reflected back a lot. I mean, odds are at least one of your family members has to work and the other one's going to stay home. Generally, it's the mom, but it can be either way. And when that happens and your hormones are dinging around and you haven't slept in a really long time, it's really, really easy to overlook or hide those symptoms. And I think just by having something that says to you, check in here, you're not alone, this is not unusual, that can start that conversation for you. So I think it's really important to look into these kinds of things and then to be very verbal about postpartum depression and not be ashamed of it, because all of us, I think, go through it to some degree or another. Clearly, some people have much more extreme cases than others.
Yeah. And I would say, to add to that, if you know anybody who may be suffering from postpartum depression, if you think somebody might be struggling, it's almost your duty or responsibility to completely tell someone for them. I know it seems we all go through a hard time and we're all tired and grumpy, and I get that. But listen, if I just feel like the woman in Texas who put her 2-year-old son in the oven last week, who ended up with burns on 60% of his body.
Oh my God, heartbreaking.
Anyone, I mean, maybe not, but just someone I feel like had to know she was having a hard time. She was going towards that. That doesn't seem like the first level of depression or having it up to here with something. It seems like that something that happens down. Oh, I wish we had Dr. Drew on the show right now. Oh,
I do too. God, and again, I think it's about really surrounding yourself with community. I mean, there are so many, the majority of new moms are home by themselves with a baby. They just are. And as much as your partner, would and could and tries to be involved, there's a lot of times where they're not, or they're not that perceptive, or they're tired too, or they're working all the time. And so you just have to really, as a new mom, let go of being afraid to talk to other people about how you really feel. And don't feel like by reading things on the internet or online and thinking that you should feel a certain way or should be my little has blessed me so.
Social media is the worst for that. The worst.
And people are afraid to talk out. And that's really what social media can be used for, and apps like that one can be used for, is to do the opposite thing, to make you not be so alone when you're alone in your home.
Yeah. So we encourage you to check it out. If you type in PPD, which stands for postpartum depression, in iTunes, it'll come up for you. We are going to get Dr. Berlin on next week, I hope. If nobody goes into labor, come on, women.
Push, lady, push.
But we would love to talk to her and get a professional's point of view. And since she's not here and this is a show that, has to fill a certain amount of time, we did want to still talk about it. And it's an important issue. And I hope we started a conversation. I hope we can continue that online. #MomBlab. If you have your own story and you'd like to share with us, we also blog. So if you are shy, camera shy, don't want to be on right now or whatever, we do write. Because some people like to read instead or share that way. So we do that on momangelist.com. And I think we'll continue this. I do have a personal story I can share with you about it. I think we'll dive into it more. Medication, it's true. Groups, community, like Knickerberger said, exercise, nutrition. There are a lot of things that you can do. And we want everybody to be happy, healthy, and safe. So that's why we're bringing this up. So it's the Mom Blab. There ain't nothing off the table here. It's like the Dr. Oz of mom shows. We'll talk about poop at some point. It'll happen.
Any minute now.
I can see right now. You a Hoya?
I know. Hey, where do we begin? Where do we begin?
Shoulders up. I don't
know. Hey, I want to talk a little bit though about something good and cool. It is the Common Sense Media's seal of approval. Have you heard about this?
Woohoo. We love it.
I know. You know, I love Common Sense Media because my boys are 7 and 9, and I'm constantly trying to keep up with the media that they ingest, be it TV shows or apps or anything else. And they actually went through, they have a seal of approval that goes through different television shows and marks what age they're approved for and whether or not they're good for kids, because that can be so hard. You think you're watching something everybody loves, and then somebody goes and does something and you're like, oh man, that was not what I intended for my 5-year-old. But here's some of the ones that they talked about coming up. Born This Way, A&E. Just Add Magic on Amazon.
Wait, hold on. Born This Way on A&E was for 12.
Yes.
12 and up.
12 and up.
Okay. Just
sorry, I should say the age.
Yeah, because I hear Born This Way, and I'm like, I get it. And I've seen moms post like how to talk to my 4-year-old about gender issues, and that's cool. But for me, I kind of go with Common Sense Media. I think 12 and up. 12's when they start talking about this stuff in my world. So.
It could be. It could not be. I've actually known young people as early as 5 or 6 or 7 who have had gender issues.
Yeah, I think you know. I think if you're the parents of those kids, you know.
But that being said. Right? Absolutely. This show, they're suggesting 12. I'm sorry, I had my date wrong there. Just Add Magic on Amazon is for 6 and up. So that's great. The Kicks on Amazon, I haven't heard of The Kicks, is for 6 and up. And that is already been slated to be released at the end of the year. Supergirl on CBS is for 11 and up. And it goes on and on and on. We're going to post actually the Common Sense Media link, or you can just visit their website, which is commonsensemedia.org, and you can go check it out for yourself. Because if you have a question about a show, you're like, oh, I want to watch that, just go there and it'll tell you whether or not it's appropriate for your kids. So that's a great resource for parents.
How smart is that too? Because even just Supergirl on CBS, and you've seen so much about it, and it's like, yay, pro women, and she does a lot of these like building girls' confidence, and you love that. But you think, oh, I'll jump on that with my kid, but Common Sense Media is saying, not unless they're 11 or up. So, I appreciate that, because you do get caught up in the, in the hype, and you're like, oh, I should turn this on with my 7-year-old Isabel, but no, maybe not. So, and I always err on the safe, boring, not popular side of things. I'm a very conservative liberal, and
do those exist?
Yeah, I'm right here. And my whole life is a internal battle of two things. I'm like a bacon loving vegetarian too. I don't know. So, but that is how I roll. So, so do check that out. I really, really appreciate that. I think it's a great thing, and I'm really glad you found it, because Knickerberger, you actually turned me onto that. So thank you.
I try. I try, my friend.
Okay, so March is National Nutrition Month. Did you know you have one more week to get healthy?
Oh, that's it. We better hurry.
That's it for that piece of news. Also, have you heard about Comic-Con? And have you heard about WonderCon? And
what is WonderCon?
CookieCon.
I know about CookieCon.
There are a lot of cons. Well,
I know about Comic-Con, but I don't know what WonderCon is. What is WonderCon?
WonderCon was trending on Facebook. So you may have seen it. It was trending on Facebook, little arrow graph. And hashtag WonderCon was a big deal. What is it? I'll tell you. It happens here. It sounds like Comic-Con because it is Comic-Con. It's from the same exact people and their actual global company. So I think what it is a mid-year spinoff to give Comic-Con hungry comic book fans and hero show fans, animation fans, anime fans, somewhere to go in between Comic-Cons.
Oh, so it's like a time filler.
It kind of seems like it is. It really, because you look at the descriptions between the two, and they're both pretty much the same thing. By the way, if you're watching now and you or your kid went to WonderCon, or you know some more about it, please let me know, because from what I've understood, and I didn't get to go this year, kind of bummed. Gonna go next year. It comes from the same people. It basically is the same thing. And it happened in Anaheim. Next year, it will happen in Anaheim again. If you're interested in going to it, hashtag WonderCon on anything. And if you are one of those superhero geek people, you're really into that stuff, this is for you. It's also, I'd like to mention that if your kid is a gamer, likes Minecraft, stuff like that, Yeah, Minecon was just announced yesterday. Where and when it will be this year? It will be in Anaheim. Yay! Again, Anaheim's a hotbed for cool conventions, I guess. They must be offering some good deals. So if you have a convention, you might want to call them up.
Hey.
But it's happening in September in Anaheim. We are going for sure.
Okay.
Because my daughter's a gamer. So if you want to know more about that, just type in Minecon in Google and I'll give you the rest. But I want to give you the heads up that it just came out because tickets will sell out. I've already got my hotel room booked.
Wow.
It will sell out. And if I miss this one, my kid's going to kill me. But I got off easy because last year it was in England. So Anaheim I can deal with.
You're like, I can't take you to England, but I can take you to Anaheim, but not on a Friday at 4. It's too bad.
Beautiful view of the 405 for the next 7 hours.
There's some things I can't do, and 405 is one of them. But I would go, and I will go on the 405 on Thursday. Do you want to know why? The Crayon collection is hosting the biggest bake sale ever. Now, you had me at Crayon, but you locked me in with bake sale. This is in honor of National Crayon Day. You can visit crayoncollection.org. This is a great event. We're going to be there. We're going to enjoy all the great, excellent things that it has to offer. It was founded by Sheila Moravati, and that's a mom of 2 who had a solution to finding waste and needed to create a sense of symbiosis. That's a big word, a symbiosis with their community. So she, Crayon Collection partners with restaurants who would otherwise throw away the gently used crayons diners leave behind. So, you go to the restaurant and they give you those little packets of crayons for your kids. They recycle those. They pair them with schools in need. So it's pretty incredible. And I know there are a couple other programs that also recycle crayons for kids in need or for just recycling purposes. And I have to say, it is pretty cool. They're saying that teachers spend like $750 of their own every year just on supplies for their classroom, like crayons.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. You shouldn't have to do that, and kids should have every tool they need to learn. School's hard enough as it is. So check that out with us. You can go to momangelus.com and find out more because we featured them on there. They're one of our favorite people to work with, and like Knickerberger said, we'll be there. Also, see over in that area where all the texting is happening. If you're watching this live or even later. I know. I did this last time, and Laura Gerson, who you know from Mom Angelus, she starred Mom Angelus, said, wrong way. It's this way. So it's like TV magic. Apparently, it's the opposite way that I think it is.
Like this. Anyway.
Look at this. Look, so walk over there. Bye. I'm going to go over here now. It's like the stairs.
You know, it'd be really cool if we could disappear together into the boxes and then come back out and be on the other side. That would be cool. I'm just saying. You know what it would be like? Almost kind of. It would be like virtual reality. Which we are going to talk about next Monday.
So next Monday. Okay, so that really wraps up our show. Please check out all the links on the sidebar and connect with us on momangelus.com. So next week, you want to come back for Mommy Monday. Listen, hashtag Mommy Monday was started from the love of 2 things for me. One was that moms need a day off for the love of all things big and small. Once a week, they deserve to hang it up and be like, you know what, we're ordering pizza for dinner, or, I can't pick you up. Your dad's going to do it today because I'm going to take a freaking nap. It doesn't even matter what you want to do. It's your Mommy Monday. So that's why it started. And then it kind of grew with the sales team at the radio station where I used to host my morning show, because not every business in the world can afford to advertise on a big scale. We love local, and local businesses still need to be able to carve out a place to advertise. So Mommy Monday was created for that reason, for you. So we love it. So on Mondays, we bring you now so much more. We bring you the show. We bring you deals. We bring you blog posts. We bring all this stuff. And next Monday, like Knickerberger was saying, we are going to bring you a woman in the industry who has experienced virtual reality at a theme park that we also want to talk about because it is local and it's hot right now because it's spring break, and it will be in summer too. You want to go there, though, and have a lot of fun. We're going to talk to Lara Scott. You know that name if you're local in LA. Next Monday about virtual reality. How cool is that?
It's going to be cool. And we're also going to talk about the Gracie Awards coming up for the Alliance for Women in Media, because they're honoring women in their roles in media, on screen and off. And we might even talk about the Genie Awards, which are right here in Los Angeles. So we've got a lot to talk about next week. But in the meantime, if you want to catch us throughout the course of the week, you can just hashtag MomBlab. You can find us at Mom Angelus. You can find me at Knickerburger. You can find Kristen at Kristen Cruz. I mean, seriously, you just can't miss us if you tried.
All right. We'll see you next Monday for another Mom Blab, hashtag Mom Blab. Thank you so much for all the love. Please have a glass of wine, a cup of tea. Treat yourself right. Enjoy this Mommy Monday. And don't forget Laura Nickerson and Kristen Cruz and our awesome producer, Laura Stotland. Woo, woo, woo. If they talk, we blab. See you right back here.
Bye-bye.
Bye.